He's no good to me dead. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, that's the wrong series. Hang on just a sec. Hang on. That was actually the last series. Oh, sorry about that. I got a little confused. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas. And it's time for Obi-Wan Kenobi, Season 1, Episode 1, Part 1. There we go. Let me get my headphones on. And that way we can get started with me plugging away the channel for a second here. Let me take care of some business and then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button down below there. Also, if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you're feeling lucky, you can go over and hit that bell down below, and YouTube may notify you. Most likely won't when I come on live. Best thing to do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All right. Let's get started, shall we? And yes, I know they dropped the first 2 episodes. I'm doing the first episode tonight. I'll do the second episode tomorrow as well. There we go. Spoiler alert. I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the first episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Give you enough time to pause, all that kind of stuff. Alrighty. So this first episode was kind of slow. I mean, it was setting things up. Hey, Cheryl Era. And hey, Pen, by the way, too. And I owe you some t-shirts, Pen. I haven't sent them out as of yet. They're sitting right here next to me. I just keep forgetting to send them out. Back to the episode. Yeah, this episode was a bit on the slow side, but it was a setup of things. You needed to get the monotony of what's been going on for the last 10 years in Obi-Wan's life. Well, first we actually start off with executing Order 66 there, and you get to see in the Jedi Temple younglings running away after their master gets killed, and or actually their trainer gets killed, I guess you could say. And pretty sure that maybe one or some of them have become Inquisitors at this point. So I'll get into some Inquisitors and who the Inquisitors are in just a little minute here. We get to see the monotony of Obi-Wan's day-to-day life over the 10 years of him being on Tatooine so far, watching over Luke. And essentially he's being exploited, as a worker, as all Tatooine workers are. And he takes a little bit of meat of this butcher shop that he's working in out in the desert there for his steed that he has. And then he rides out into the desert to his cave that he lives in and has nightmares about fighting Anakin in the last battle. And that's pretty much what he does day in, day out, over and over and over, wash, rinse, repeat, until some Inquisitors arrive. Now, who are the Inquisitors, you might ask? Well, the Inquisitors are they are Force adept. They are if you go and watch Star Wars Rebels, the animated series, they actually go into this a little more detail. It's scattered throughout Star Wars lore, recent Star Wars lore, I should say. And the Emperor was taking Force sensitive children and bringing them over into the Empire and turning them to the dark side. That's pretty much what it was. He and Vader. And the Inquisitors actually work for Vader. They hunt down Jedi, is what they do. They are a lot of them are former Jedi younglings that have been tortured into moving over to the dark side, and those who don't end up dying. It's a really dark thing. And the Grand Inquisitor that we see here is actually he's from Star Wars Rebels. It's a transfer from animated to live action. Again, this is awesome kind of thing. Third sister Reva, we get to meet here, and also fifth brother who I didn't recognize under all the heavy makeup, but played by Sung Kang, of course, in the Fast and the Furious series. And I didn't recognize him at all under all that makeup. But yeah, those are who the Inquisitors are that have come to Tatooine looking for a Jedi. Um, and we see that it's a Jedi who we don't know who his name is, but he knows who Obi-Wan is. And he meets Obi-Wan and says, "You got to help me," kind of thing. And Obi-Wan's like, "Go out into the desert, bury your lightsaber, become a normal fucking person, because that's the only way you're going to get around it." So yeah, and of course that dude doesn't follow his advice and ends up getting killed by the Inquisitors. Raymond says, "So we got a Han cameo?" No, not really. But we do get Princess Leia. We get a 10-year-old precocious Princess Leia, who I'm not sure if I like yet or not. I've watched both episodes, by the way, so I'm not going to go into episode 2 just as of yet. Like I said, I'm going to say that for tomorrow night. Um, yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm digging her, quite honestly. She's very precocious. She doesn't want to do what she's told. She runs off all the time, and Lola reminds me of little guys from Batteries Not Included. Kind of, yeah, in a way. Um, Raymond says the guy who died was Safidi's brother. You're talking about something from episode 2. I don't know. So, yes, and I agree with you, Pen. Leia looked a lot younger than 10. She looked like she was 6 years old rather than 10 years old. Um, but most likely they did it because of, I'm sure there's a season 2 coming, and so she needs to be, age appropriate for season 2. Um, the surprise casting for me was at the end of this. Mercenaries end up kidnapping Leia, and the head mercenary is actually played by Flea. Those of you who are Red Hot Chili Pepper fans, I don't know if there are any of them out there, but yeah, Flea is the head mercenary, and it was kind of one of those. I'm like, Flea, what the fuck is he doing in this? But it was kind of nice to see him acting again. I had been wondering about that actually, and then he pops up in this, and I was like, cool. All right, we got that. Um, yeah, she did okay, Pen. There were some things that were kind of like really super precocious and annoying that that's all I can say about that. Alea kind of grated, but at the same time, I was okay with it. I don't know. I'm back and forth on that one. Penn says, "Oh my god, I was thinking that was Bern Gorman." Oh no, that was actually yeah, that was Flea. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, "Flea," It was really funny because I literally was just thinking about it a couple of days ago. I'm like, I haven't seen Flea in anything in a while. I wonder if he's still doing any kind of acting gigs. And then sure enough, he pops into this. So kind of a weird thing. Oh, the directors. Okay, sorry, man. I didn't. He might have been one of the Safidi brothers. I don't know offhand. Yeah, I don't know. They don't have him listed here. Yeah, actually, he was one of the Safidi brothers. That's right. That's Benny Safidi, who played Nari. You are correct, sir. I didn't know who that was. How do they know that Anakin was? They didn't. They just know that. So that's going to be a question for the second episode, Pen, uh, which we'll get into when we go into tomorrow's episode. So this first episode is just kind of a getting to put down what the situation is, kind of seeing what the norm is for Obi-Wan. And after she gets kidnapped, Bail Organa comes to Obi-Wan and says, "You need to help us. You need to get Leia back. She's been kidnapped." And Obi-Wan's like, "No, I'm not that person anymore." And he's even told, he told the other Jedi who was trying to ask him for help, he's like, "I'm not a Jedi anymore. I'm Ben. I am nobody now at this point." And he's trying to tell Bale at this point that I am not that person anymore. And I kind of almost got like Taken, where he's like, "I'm not that person anymore. I don't, I don't do that anymore. And then he kind of falls back into it. Or John Wick, any kind of badass that has given up their life of badassery to go into, retirement or seclusion or whatever. And they're like, I'm not that person anymore until they're pushed into it. And then, of course, they become that person once again. So, Raymond says, do you think Flea will play with Max Rebo at Jabba's palace? No, I don't think so. Um, yeah, I think it was a pretty much a cameo that's going to be one and done. Penn says, oh, they meant her adopted father. Yeah, yeah, I understand, Penn. So yeah, Obi-Wan, of course, gets pushed into, well, he goes out into the desert, and he knows exactly where his lightsaber is buried out in the desert, and digs it up, pulls it out, and gets on board that transport to a different planet, to go and find Leia. And that's where we're at, because they Bale was able to track the ship, because obviously these guys want to be found out. That's why they have a tracker on them and all this stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit fishy, of course, at this point. Oh, and by the way, third sister has a hard on for Obi-Wan. She wants to find him for some reason. She says it's owed to her. Something is owed to her. We don't know what it is as of yet, but maybe Obi-Wan and her have a history. We don't know for sure. I'm still not digging Riva at the moment. Um, I don't know if it's the actress. I don't know if it's the delivery of her lines. I don't know what it is. I'm just not. I'm not seeing her in the Star Wars universe. It's like it's a character from some place else that's being thrown into the Star Wars universe. You know, so I'm not feeling it at the moment. So we got 5 more episodes, of course, for her to prove herself into that role, because it's going to be a big role. Is really what this is. Whenever you have an inquisitor that stands above the rest, who are they're spotlighting, you need to be able to hold your own on this one. So that's all I'm going to say. So overall, it was an okay episode. It wasn't the greatest episode. Deborah Chow, of course, is directing all of these episodes, and I love Deborah Chow. She actually has done some of the best episodes of The Mandalorian, um, and I can't wait to see what we got coming on, for the rest of these episodes. And like I said, I've already seen season 2 or episode 2. I know where that stands, and I'll do that tomorrow night. I'll probably do it around like 4 p.m. my time, I think is what I'm doing. So yeah. So, speaking of which, what else do I have going on this week? Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to do part 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, or episode 2, at 4 p.m. is what I'm going to do. I'll put it on the calendar there. Sunday, I'm going to be doing the Sunday edition of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about when we talk about it. Monday I'll be off because it's Memorial Day weekend, Tuesday I'll do another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, I think I'm going to do Stranger Things season 4, part 1, because there's part 1 that just dropped this weekend. Wednesday I'll be off. Thursday I'll be off. Then Friday is going to be, it's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a double header of Kenobi and The Boys. So Kenobi and The Boys. I'm going to only do episode 1 of The Boys because I know the first 3 episodes are going to drop. And then I'm going to do the episode 2 and episode 3 like Saturday, Sunday. That's what I'll do. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out this month. This is where it starts getting crazy. Yes, The Boys are back. Season 3 of The Boys. I can't wait as well. So, will I be watching Top Guns? No, I'm not, Raymond. Sorry. I wasn't a fan of the first movie. I really didn't like the first movie. So yeah, I'm not going to be watching it. It was kind of funny. The theater that I went and saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, they showed like 15 minutes of Top Gun while we were there. They showed the whole training montage sequence of the guys failing as Maverick was, taking them out in the little war game exercises, and they're doing the push-ups and whatnot. And they showed that whole thing, and me and my buddy who went and saw, we both looked at each other and like, are we watching the whole fucking movie? What's going on here? And we're just like, come bring on Doctor Strange. That's what we were here for. We want to watch Doctor Strange. I don't want to see Top Gun. I really have no interest in it. So yeah. I understand for those that are out there who are fans of it, they thought it was fun. Great. It just wasn't something that you know, was anything I was into. So that, and those of you who know what that reference is to. I can't get my teeth to click like his did, but then again, I don't have Foley effects artists behind me either on that. I can edit in later. Anyway, what else? So I already said what I'm doing for the rest of this week. Let me see here. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible. So one of the videos, my vast video library, pops up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you, everybody. Like I said, I'll be back again tomorrow for part 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, or episode 2. So until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find out that dewbacks are a lot better out in the desert than whatever that thing was that Obi-Wan was riding, because it just, I don't know, looked kind of weird and weak. Thanks, everybody. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, get those vaccine shots, get those boosters as well. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your night and take care. Bye.